We all know that the Indians were subjected to ruthless destruction and persecution by the young American state. Native Americans could not give a worthy rebuff and often died by entire villages. Those who tried to defend their lands died at a ratio of 1 to 50, because axes and bows could not compete on equal terms with firearms. But there were tribes that quickly adapted, who were able to use the colonial clashes of different countries to their advantage. One of the most powerful tribes turned out to be the Cherokee. By 1720, the first posts of English merchants settled on the lands of the Cherokee, who established trade with the Indians. By 1721, the Cherokee and the British signed an agreement under which the Cherokee undertake to trade only with the British, and the latter in turn supply firearms. I must say that the Cherokee quickly appreciated the advantage of firearms and quickly learned how to handle them. Relations between the British and the Indians acquired a strategic character, and in 1730 a group of 5 Cherokee visited London, where they met with King George II of England. After that, in all the colonial wars, the Cherokees participate on the side of the British, as they were satisfied that the English army was fighting the young American state. Since 1730, the first American and English colonialists appeared near the borders of the Cherokee, with whom the Cherokee had clashes. Until the middle of the 18th century, the Indians managed to win battles and drive away the first invaders. After additional agreements, the Cherokee managed to get significant support from England. October 7, 1763, the King of England issues a decree banning American and English settlers from Cherokee territory. It was also instructed to build several forts along the border of the Cherokee lands, which were supposed to protect them from invasions. But in fact, soon these decrees ceased to be carried out and the garrisons of the forts began to let the white settlers pass. On March 17, 1775, a predatory agreement was concluded with the Cherokee, according to which huge Indian possessions were bought for insignificant sums, which opened the door for a larger settlement of indigenous Indian lands. Soon, the settlers formed cities in the first counties, including Kentucky and Washington counties. In 1766, the illegal rebels and settlers who formed Washington County in Kentucky receive an ultimatum from England and the Cherokee to leave Indian lands. At the expiration of the ultimatum, the combined army storms the settler cities, while destroying almost the entire population of Kentucky. After these events, the army of 13 American states enters the conflict. The war goes on with varying success, but by 1780 the Cherokee suffer a series of crushing defeats. More than 50 Cherokee villages are destroyed. In 1782, the Cherokee leave their ancestral lands and move east, uniting with other Indian tribes. September 3, 1783, England and the United States conclude a peace treaty, which greatly affects the state of affairs of the Cherokee, since England loses part of its forts and lands and ceases to supply weapons to the Indians. As a result, the Cherokee also conclude a peace treaty with the United States, on the condition that they do not invade those lands that were left to the Indians. By 1790, thanks to contacts with settlers and the decrees of George Washington, the Cherokee actively adopt the experience of agriculture, also open schools and actively adopt Christianity. It seemed that a compromise was found and coexistence was established. But everything changes when, by 1820, gold is found on the lands of the Cherokee. In the same year, the first cotton processing conveyors appear in the USA, which opens up prospects for high profits from Indian plantations. These two circumstances force the U.S. government to develop a plan to relocate the Cherokee to another place, to the territory of modern Alabama. On May 26, 1830, the U.S. government passes the Cherokee Removal Act. In 1837, a voluntary resettlement took place, and in 1838 a forced one. In total, about 24,000 Native Americans took part in the resettlement, 6,000 of whom died on the way, which is why this path was called the Road of Tears and Death. In 1839, the Cherokee state was formed in Alabama. Until 1989, this state was closed to emigration of the white population. The Cherokee state was actively developing. Among the achievements one can note its syllabic alphabet, a network of free schools and the highest level of education in the United States, until 1989. In the modern world, the Cherokee number about 300,000 people, publish their own newspaper and support their community. Cultural centers and museums are also being built. They are currently the largest Native American nation in the United States. The blood of the Cherokee Indians flows in many famous people, astronauts, politicians, actors. A prominent representative in which Cherokee blood flows is actor Johnny Depp.